The most difficult thing in the world is communication, clarity, saying what you mean, meaning what you say, and being very clear about it, paraphrasing, feeding back, being very quick to acknowledge, to notice what you don't understand and not going past that, asking for clarification, asking for more information, not jumping to a conclusion, hasty generalizations, and to always be on the lookout for biases, blind spots. You have to know yourself, in other words. When you come to the communication, you really have to know yourself. You have to take stock of yourself. You have to be able to step outside yourself, in my opinion, and as if you were another person observing yourself, what you're saying in your mind's eye, how you look, your posture, the sound of your voice, your focus, your attention. And you have to be able to anticipatively project that and use the other individual you're talking to or the group as a mirror to reflect back to you what you're doing. That's the real mirror. That's the only mirror that counts. And you'll get the feedback if you are alert, if you're not hiding, and if you're really concerned with genuine give and take in communication. At that point, there's really no fear, because you're not trying to hide out. You're not trying to phony up. So the whole problem is to step by step, as you go in the now, as it's happening, challenge and eliminate all the phoniness within ourselves. Recognize it. What am I doing? What did I say and what did I do when I said this and that? That the mirror of the other individual or group that you're communicating with reflected back to me. It's a time to do the Marco step back. I call it the Marco step back. That's where you step back, you quiet down completely, empty out completely. You have no opinion, no bias, no nothing. You're an empty vessel, you see. And you take a time out for this seconds are eternity. And you mitigate, you self-correct as you go. That's the whole thing. You self-correct as you go. You do a self-appraisal, a critical self-analysis as you go. It takes a lot of skill to do this. It takes a lot of skill to go quiet, still center. Bishan, no mind. Quiet, still center. So we can actually experience and live what's happening right now. Embody what's happening right now. Want what's happening right now, whether it's good or bad, doesn't matter. Whether it's critical of me or it isn't critical of me, it doesn't matter either. It's all a process. It's all a happening in the now. And as long as we're continuously clarifying and step by step eliminating the phoniness and the biases within ourselves as we listen, as we make our judgments. Everybody makes judgments, but you have to be able to present argument, evidence for your judgments. You have to also be ready to step back and say, hey, I was wrong. I stand corrected. I was wrong. I prejudged. My bias came out. Then everything stops Now we focus on and discuss that bias, whatever the bias is. Because if we don't handle it right then and there, the communication has ended. Because the bias is a stumbling block. You see what I'm talking about? That has to be confronted and counted and challenged right then and there. It takes courage. It takes will. It takes a commitment for clear communication. Clarity's power. Not right, wrong, good or bad, who wins, who loses. It's not a power struggle. If these issues are not clarified, identified, and resolved, and handled right at the time they occur, then it devolves into a power struggle where you have bullying, you have intimidation, you have manipulation, you have insults, and the communication is now over. And you have to spot that process when it happens. And then comes the courage to call it out, to name it, name it, name it. Do the Marco step back. Paraphrase. This is what I think I heard you say. Is that what you said? And this is what I got or interpreted by what you said. Is that what you said? That's what you have to do over and over again. You have to ask questions. Don't assume anything. Assuming is the assassin of righteous communication.